our conversation, ma'am. So we are meeting first time. So please introduce yourself, ma'am. So we will get to know each other. And our viewers who are watching this video, they will also get to know about us. So please introduce yourself.
Actually, my name is Sapna and I'm from Jaunpur, UP, and I'm private school teacher as well as homemaker, and I'm also mother of one kid. And if I talk about my education, so I have done my graduation, and there's only one purpose of mine on coming on this platform to learn English communication, to be fluent English speaker, and that's all. And nowadays I'm doing different thing, like this conversation type video I'm making. And earlier I was doing only different, like storytelling. Because when I started my English speaking journey, so that time I was completely unable to find any person to talk with. That's why I decided to talk English, to speak English with the help of motivational storytelling, and I was doing this.
Okay, so
That's
how do you utilize to your time every day? How do you manage your time? Because you will see that many people, many young man, many children, like they spend time with their mobile phone. How do you spend? Like how do you spend your time every day? What's your daily routine?
actually, as I said, that I'm a school teacher. So, firstly, when I wake up in morning, so my mornings are usually very hectic because I have to manage breakfast for me, for my husband, for my son, and also prepare means lunch for school, and then go to school. And means at 7:30 I go to my school, and return sometime at 2 p.m. and sometime after 2, because 2 p.m. is dispersal time in my school. But sometime I had to stop after dispersal to do some important school work.
Yeah, and
Willingly I
how many hours do you give to learn this language to improve this language? How many hours do you give time?
Yes, that's why I was telling all this thing, because hardly I managed my time. As I said, after returning from my school, I sometime I used to feel very tired, and sometime I feel like not to speak any word, not to do anything. But still, after returning from my school, I never take rest for a while. I just started thinking about my English speaking journey, like what to do. Because earlier, as I said, I was telling a story only. So after returning from my school, when I feel like to take tea, so I was doing something like any household. So that time I started listening motivational story, and the same time I just got registered this story in my mind. And then after doing all work, then I made my own video by storytelling, and after that uploaded on YouTube. And this time, after returning from my school, I was taking this type of conversation session. And nowadays, if I say so, I am very busy in my school, because nowadays half yearly exam is going on in school.
Yeah.
So I'm supposed to check copy of student, because I'm having lots
You are
of
teacher.
bundles.
You are teacher.
Yes, yes. As I mentioned, I'm private school teacher as
Okay,
well as
yeah, yeah.
homemaker. I
So do
have
you
to
teach
juggle
English
all my.
language or do you teach all subject?
No,
What do
no.
you
I'm
teach?
I'm English teacher. I'm an English teacher,
English
and
teacher.
I used to teach only English up to fifth standard. Means earlier I was teaching up to eighth standard, and nowadays I'm teaching only up to fifth.
Okay, so if I talk about your English, like your education, like your all education happen in English medium or Hindi medium?
No, sir, no, not at all. I have done all my schooling and all means college in Hindi medium. And
Hindi
if
medium.
I say honestly, so up to fifth standard, I didn't have any idea about vowel, like what is A to Z. Means
It
when
is
I went to sixth standard, so in sixth standard, I started learning A, B, C, D, these things. And nowadays, in pre-nursery, kids are aware about all these things. But in my days, I was facing vowel, consonant, this type of things like alphabet. I can say in sixth standard, and during
No, now
fifth
you are speaking
class.
good. Your English is good. Now you are speaking without hesitation. So your initially time, like how did you learn English language? Like what did you do in your initial time? How did you do
As well,
practice?
as you know that I am English teacher, so for me it's easy to learn grammar because I'm English teacher, so I am always supposed to teach my student grammar and all. So I have good knowledge of grammar, I can say, means all topics I know very well. But still I was not fluent in English. Means I have been teaching since 2013, and meanwhile I have to take break of 3 years. But still I have 8 year teaching experience. But earlier I was also speaking English, but only little bit. After some time, when I started speaking English, after some time I turned to Hindi. Means
Okay. So
I
whenever
couldn't
you go to outside, yeah, whenever you go to outside, that time you try to speak in English language or just you speak in Hindi language? You try
no,
to
if
speak
I
language?
only in my school and with my student I always try to speak English. Means mostly I speak English, and sometimes students are unable to communicate in English language, so I have to be bilingual with my student to explain any topic, to make them understand anything. When they are insisted like, ma'am, please explain in Hindi, we are not getting, so I have to
Okay.
explain all these things in their mother tongue. Otherwise I try to speak English with my student because I am always comfortable talking with them. And but when I realized this thing that this is not sufficient because I'm English teacher, so for me it's obligatory to learn this communication skill. Means I have to be fluent. It's my first priority. So when I realized this thing, so that from that time I started doing work on this. And it's been only 2 or 3 months when I became very serious about my journey, English learning journey. Means when my summer vacation was going on, so in summer vacation I started putting lots of effort. Means I started listening a lot, reading if I said so I didn't, because in summer vacation I was also busy in my household chores. There are lots of household,
Yeah.
but still I was when I was doing any household chores, so that time I played any story, motivational story, or any conversational video, and then started listening it. And when it come to speak, so again there's a big problem, like with whom I speak, because I didn't have any partner to speak with, and I was completely means unknown about all these things. As this time I am using this Skype and YouTube. So initially, my husband forced me to create YouTube channel and make your own video and self talk. So when I started making self talk video, sir, that time I was also very confused. Like daily, I have to make videos. So what to talk, what to not, and I was bothering myself a lot for this. So soon it came in my mind, like I have to utilize my motivational story, which I listened a lot. So I
Yeah.
started telling motivational story, and after some time I realized that many people are means liking my motivational story. So I got myself motivated by this.
Yeah,
That's
actually, initial time it happens that due to lack of confidence, due to lack of grammar, due
yeah.
to lack of sentence, you are not able to like speak any words. So it happens with all beginners people who are learning English language. So I have a one question: when you go to like school, that time you try to make understand to children in English language or Hindi language. Suppose someone asks you that, ma'am, please make me understand in English language, then you are able to make understand to children in English language.
Yes, sir, of course. Means in grammar, any topic, means I always try to explain means make them understand firstly in English. And when they just tell me that, ma'am, please explain this in Hindi, in our means, of course our mother tongue is Hindi, you know. So that time I explained in Hindi, and sometimes students are also able to understand some topic, some point in English. So I don't need to explain this topic in Hindi otherwise. And there's also some story, like very interesting good story, so I always try to explain this story, summarize this story in English. Because sir, in this way, if I say it honestly, so I also try to improve myself, because with my student I am always very comfortable, and I always force them to speak English, to be smart in conversation. So they also trying their level best, and also they are feeling also very happy that ma'am is always forcing us to speak only English, and they always try to speak English, right or wrong, but they are trying. And
Yeah,
sometimes
and
they
if I talk about your life, like past life and present life, when you were not able to speak any words, it means you didn't have any idea how to speak English language. So if I talk about your past life and present life, both are different. So how are you feeling like right now?
sir, if
How is going
honestly
your life now and before?
I'm said this time, so I'm feeling very happy. Like nowadays, if I'm able to communicate with strangers, with other state, others, city people, so this is like for me, it's my dream came true, because I have never thought about it that in future I would also be a fluent speaker. Means I want to be, I am not saying that still I'm very fluent, but yes, I'm trying
No,
my
no, you
level
are
best.
speaking good. You are speaking, yeah, very fluently, I can say.
No, sir, no. But I'm not satisfied still. But yes, there's a very good and great feeling in me that yes, little by little, I'm improving myself. Because yeah, when I started taking first conversational session, so in that video, I was feeling very much hesitation, and very much shyness and excitement. I don't know what was
So how
that,
did you
but
overcome? How did you overcome?
I'm trying to overcoming still. I can't say that I have overcome all my problem, but so little by little I'm overcoming. And for overcoming this problem only, I have come on this YouTube platform, and nowadays I'm facing different people. Because I also realized in my initial day when I started my journey, so that time I realized that talking to any person on audio call and on video call is means quite different.
Okay.
Because
So according to you, what is the best way to learn English language? What is the simple way to learn English language? If someone wants to learn English language, so they can choose this option and they can improve their English language fastly. So according to you, like which is the best way to learn English language?
sir, according to me, the best way is to speak English, like just speak more and more. And whenever you find your any friend, any family members, any relatives who is at least able to speak English, just try to catch them and speak them English forcefully. If they are saying, if they say like no, we don't want to speak, so you just forcefully speak. Means I want to say, I was joking sir, actually I want to say that whenever you get chance, just don't miss the chance. Try to speak more and more. And if I say about myself honestly, so earlier sir, I was such type of person who was avoiding this chance to speak English,
Okay.
because I want to reveal my personal feeling before you. Means in my school, whenever any meeting was held, so in that meeting, means meeting sometime it would be like 1 hour, sometime more than 1 hours, 30 minutes. So but in that meeting, all teachers are always allowed to speak English. Means in meeting, where any teacher is not allowed to speak a single Hindi word. So that time in meeting, I so I always avoided to say something. Means there's a lots of things, lots of problem in my mind, and our management means always motivating us to means if you want to share something, your point of view, your opinion, so please share. Don't feel hesitate and all. But I never shared anything due to hesitation, because
Yeah.
just because we are allowed to that time we were allowed to speak only English. So I was also avoiding the chance to speak English. But nowadays I'm searching the chance to speak English. And after means after jumping on this YouTube platform, honestly, if
Yeah.
I say so, one day there's also a meeting in my school, and in that meeting, I spoke a lot, and all the teachers are looking at me like, "Oh, what's wrong with Sapna? Ma'am? What is it
Means
doing?"
when you speak in English
Means
language, that people give you respect. Like,
yes,
yeah, she can
means
speak English language.
all are surprising, means all just got very much surprised like what happened with her. Earlier means earlier I was saying something, sharing something, but little bit. And that day means I started telling, and I don't know, there are lots of means what type of problem I was facing in any class with any student. I just spoke all things in English. Means I spoke a lot. So that day, my director sir also became very happy, because he always want this type of frank teacher. Means who share all things, problem, happiness, means all things to him.
It means
He
after
always
learning English, yeah, after learning English, you have got like many advantages, lots of
yes
advantage
sir, of course.
after learning this
And
language.
lots of advances I can say. That's why there's a great feeling. And people are also saying that we can see a drastic change in yourself. But I still I'm facing some problem whenever it come to speak and with any like random people, any good speaker. So that time there's something hesitation feeling still in me, but only little bit, sir. Now I'm talking to you, so look, you are a stranger for me completely, but I'm talking to you comfortably, and there's not any hesitation. So this
No,
is
no,
a
you
great
are
feeling
speaking good.
for me.
Without hesitation, you are speaking. So sometimes it happens when you go to school, that time your principal, you are like, you are also a friend teacher that ask you that how did you improve in English language? Please teach me. Then how can I speak English language? Sometimes
Sir,
they ask you.
no, sir. Actually, I think they didn't notice about all these things, because from always I used to speak English with my student, as I told. And in school, we are always busy in classes. We are not free all time. Only one free bell we have been provided. So that free bell, all teachers are separately. Means some teachers are in class, some teachers are in staff room. So they didn't notice. But now some are means saying like you are doing great, and some teachers are also appreciating me a lot for this, like you are improving yourself. Earlier you felt very much hesitation in saying something, but nowadays spoke, you just put your point of view very confidently. So this is the change I can also see in
And what
myself.
do you
And
want to say? What do you want to say for those people, for those students? Nowadays, they are learning English language and they want to learn English language. So, do you want to give some tips like how much hour, how many hour they can spend time with English language so that they can improve their English communication skill? According to you, how many hours like they should give time to learn English language? According to you, 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, how many
yes,
hour?
sir. According to me, means how much do you want to give your speaking practice? It's depend on your schedule, daily routine, your busy schedule. If you are free, so try to give more time to your practice. And if you are very busy person, so try to give how much time you are getting. So try to give. But whatever time you give to your speaking practice, just give your wholeheartedly. Means wholeheartedly, means just like sir, I can say that I'm giving, like I'm not giving so much time because I'm very busy. I have to juggle all my school work, all my household, my kids. But still, I'm I can say that I'm struggling by doing all these things, but
Actually,
still
no,
I'm doing
why
because
I'm
I'm
saying like this?
passionate.
Why I'm saying like this, because some people have mentality that it's like a course, like computer course, which I complete
No, no.
like 6 months or 7 months, then I will be able to speak. That's why I'm asking you that how many hours like they have to spend time with English language every day.
So, sir, first of all, I want to suggest those type of people like don't try to bother yourself by learning grammar, because if it possible that after learning grammar anyone can become a fluent speaker, so I would have become a fluent speaker earlier, because I was having much grammar knowledge, but I was not a fluent speaker. I was feeling very shy, feeling very hesitate whenever it come to speaking. But nowadays I start speaking practice. These type of people, if you want to speak really English, so try to speak more and more, don't think so much about grammar. And sir, I have also faced such type of person in my life who don't have good knowledge of even basic grammar knowledge, but they are speaking so fluently. Why? Just because they are doing speaking practice. And just think about our mother tongue, means we all are fluent in our mother tongue, sir. Of course we all are
Right.
fluent. So how did we learn our mother tongue? By learning grammar.
By mistake.
When we are yes, sir, by listening. So try to listen a lot and try to speak a lot, because when we are kids, just suppose we didn't have any grammar knowledge of our mother tongue, but we spoke very good. Why? Just because we listen a lot and started speaking. So don't think about grammar. Just whatever knowledge of grammar you have, just try to start your speaking right now and right away.
Actually, it's a
With
language now. It's a language, so it will
this
take
is a
time, minimum
language,
one to
yes.
2 years. Yeah,
And
it's
if
a
you
genuine.
want to be good in English as a subject, so try to learn grammar and try to get good marks in in subject. But speaking English is just a language, so language just try to speak more and more, and in this way you will definitely be. Nowadays, sir, I'm literally saying this because I'm literally facing this type of feeling.